We in fact are now getting some visuals coming in from Mandya, and this is as far as the Cauvery Water Release is concerned, where protests once again in Mandya continue. What we're also now understanding is that the Supreme Court is likely to take up this matter somewhere around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Over the last couple of weeks, we've shown you multiple such visuals that have come in from Mandya alone, where protests still continue over decades-old matter as far as Cauvery Water Release is concerned between both the states of Karnataka as well as Tamil Nadu. Some fresh visuals once again coming in. You can see protesters who've taken to the streets. They're trying to stop all possible vehicular movement as well. Let's also now bring in our colleague Ritu, who's been tracking these developments, now joining us on the broadcast. Ritu, help us understand, who are these people who are protesting? What are their demands?
So they are the farmers, and also you see in a few Kannada outfits are also now protesting in Mandya, Srirangapatna district, and also in the other parts of the Karnataka. What their demand is that the Karnataka government should immediately stop releasing the water to the neighboring state Tamil Nadu. Remember, the CWMA, the Cauvery Water Management Authority, in fact has directed the Karnataka government to release 5,000 cusecs of water for the next 15 days. Now the important issue right now here in the Karnataka is that you see the outflow is more than the inflow right now in the reservoirs of the Cauvery, and the whole in fact across the Karnataka there is a drought-like situation, even as the Karnataka government is mulling over to declare the drought hit taluks there, you see, because of the failure of the monsoon. And now the tribunal asking the government to actually release 5,000 cusecs of water to the Tamil Nadu. Then of course it is going to be a huge trouble for the Karnataka government here in the state, because once there is a poor monsoon, and top of that the farmers are now up in arms saying that because their standing crops do not have a sufficient water supply at all, what about their survival right now? But needs to be seen, because Supreme Court of course had asked for the report from the tribunal as well, but as per the recommendation of the regulatory body of the Cauvery and also the management authority, the Cauvery Water Management Authority, the Karnataka government has gone by it to follow the direction and are releasing the water. But remember, Basuraj Bommai, the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, he too posted on his X platform, formerly called as Twitter handle, there where he is actually demanding the Karnataka government to immediately stop the water that is being supplied to the Tamil Nadu, because the whole Karnataka is right now affected because of the poor monsoon.
Ritu, we'll just request you to stay on with us. We also want to bring in our legal correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar, because we're understanding the Supreme Court is also likely to hear this case somewhere around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Ananya, what are the kind of details that you're picking up?
What we have picked up is that the matter is likely to be mentioned at 2 p.m. today before the bench headed by Justice B.R. Gavai. And very clearly, recently the Cauvery Water Management Authority has informed the top of the country that Karnataka has fulfilled its direction by releasing a total of 1498 cusec of water at Bilgundulu from August 12, 2023 to August 26, 2023. The CWMA has said in its affidavit that, that it directed Karnataka to ensure the realization of flows at Bilgundulu at the rate of 5,000 cusecs starting from 29th of August, that is 2 days before. And this is the clear submission that has come in before, in fact, the Supreme Court by way of an affidavit that has been filed by the CWMA. But very clearly, this is a matter that has yet again crossed the doors of the Supreme Court. If you remember, it was a 2018 judgment of the Supreme Court which had settled the dispute here. But now, finally, again, the matter was there when the state of Tamil Nadu knocked the doors off. In fact, the Supreme Court seeking, directions that a certain amount of water should be given out to them, since it is not a normal water year and water is needed for the state of Tamil Nadu.
Ananya, we'll just request you to stay on with us. I want to go back to Ritu. Ritu, as Ananya was also pointing out, this was a matter that many thought possibly was settled in 2018 when it reached the top court. At that time, the top court had said Cauvery is a national asset. No particular state can claim to it. Things have changed because both the states have said that climatically the conditions have changed and thus the requirements have changed as well. These farmers that continue to protest in Mandya, what are they demanding?
So, as you see, to answer your first bit of question, then of course, as you rightly mentioned, it has been essential to note that the Cauvery River has a has been historically been the lifeblood of the Karnataka's agrarian landscape. So, in Mandya, and specifically because there are majority of them farmers. In fact, their whole livelihood depends on the agriculture there. So that's the reason, because they do need a water for their irrigation, and when there is no proper supply for it, then of course it becomes difficult for their livelihood. That's the reason why the Mandya farmers are specifically demanding the Karnataka government to stop the water to the Tamil Nadu. Remember, the Tamil Nadu government had moved to the Supreme Court demanding for the 24,000 cusecs of water. So what their primary demand is that whatever the CWMA had directed the Karnataka government to release 24,000 cusecs, that needs to be done at any cost, because both the states actually need to follow the direction of the tribunal, and as per that direction, the government should release the water. But however, what the strong right now the argument is coming in from the Karnataka government is that, one, of course, there's a poor monsoon, and top of that, the Mekedatu project that the government has been talking about from a long time, especially the Congress party specifically, they say that the Mekedatu project should be implemented immediately there again, because that will actually help both the states, the Karnataka as well as the Tamil Nadu, for the specific the cusecs of the water that gets released to the Tamil Nadu there again. But again, there you see there are conflicts related to the Mekedatu project as well. That will again take a lot of time. But even as you see, it's already in the September that we have entered. Usually it's a good monsoon that the Karnataka witnesses, but this time there has been a poor monsoon. But again, because of that, the farmers in the Mandya district are saying that the government should stop releasing water to Tamil Nadu. But needs to be seen, with so much happening in the state, what will the Karnataka government do now?
Yeah, but Ritu, just help us understand in terms of what's happening on the ground. Considering the visuals that we're seeing, it looks like the farmers have stopped all vehicular movement. They're saying they're not going to let any vehicle pass. Help us understand what are their immediate demands, and what are the specific areas that seem to be impacted by these protests.
Again, you see in the Mandya district specifically that the farmers are saying, one, the immediate stop of the water to the Tamil Nadu, and on the other hand, they have called it for a day and night protest. They say that till the time the Supreme Court will hear the matter, we will continue to protest, and what comes in the Supreme Court, their further move also will depend on that again. So that again needs to be seen as well. But even if the Karnataka government does not stand for the to protect the interest of the farmers and the people, they say that their further move will be even more bigger again to trouble the government here in the state for what they are doing to not protect the interest of the farmers. And on the other hand, you see in the Srirangapatna as well, the protests are continuously going on there again, where they're also demanding that the immediate stop of the water to the Tamil Nadu.
Ritu, we'll just request you to stay on with us. We'd like to thank Ananya for his inputs. We're getting some other breaking developments now coming in.